Pippen off the double team. Purdue for Armstrong. And we get the call away from the ball. 3-second violation. Will Purdue in the lane. Game one on Friday night. Won easily by Chicago, 114-90. They did off the board, 62-28. Michael Jordan led the way at 35 points, 18 in the first quarter. Wilkins and Willis were in foul trouble. Chicago has done it here with a couple of good runs. Jordan. And back comes Wilkins. Altman ahead of the field. Stacey Altman cuts it to a 5-point Chicago lead.
Classic example of the defensive player on a perimeter jump shooter taking off as soon as the shot goes up, and then there is no one back to cover the backcourt for the team that was on offense.
Purdue. Well, we'll try to get tricky off the dribble, and is fortunate it was knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. So the Bulls have 5 on the shot clock. 40 seconds to go. First half. On the inbounds, Jordan trying to tip it. Blaylock puts the speed on. Here's Willis. And a loose ball foul called on Altman. A push out by Stacey. That's his first foul.
Number 2, Stacey
Hawks and the Bulls are over the limit. So B.J. Armstrong go to the line. Bobby Weiss, a man who spent much time here at Chicago Stadium. Played 12 years in the NBA, had his best years here in Chicago. Originally a third-round draft pick of Philadelphia back in 1965. Bobby Weiss in his third year as coach of the Hawks took over from that enormous television personality, Mike Fratello. The one-time coach of San Antonio. A strange feeling as you watch this club. Just several guys remain from your teams, but is it funny for you?
Dominique Wilkins, Kevin Willis, John Contact, Dwayne Farrell, all part of my last year in Atlanta. And there's been speculation about Bob Weiss's contract. They have not extended it or renewed or put any extra additional years on it. And newspapers in Atlanta have been wondering why it has not been done. I think he has done a very good job with this basketball team. I think in evaluating the talent, Bobby Weiss getting them to be above 500 basketball team, and the way they played in particular down the stretch run, he should be awarded a new contract.
A vote of confidence from the Zong for his successor. You didn't answer my question. Is it a strange feeling watching this club?
No, a strange feeling is sitting here next to you. That's a strange feeling.
Strange is a kind word in that vein for you. 10 seconds left. In the second quarter, illegal defense for the second time against the Bulls. So Wilkins able to hit the technical. And the Bulls now lead 53-47. Atlanta ball. Final seconds of the half. Blaylock for Willis. Willis on the follow. It counts and the foul.
It was a good call because on the second effort, Will Purdue did get him on his wrist as he followed up on the first miss with the offensive rebound. Kevin Willis gets the score. And this is where you would like Kevin Willis to operate almost all the time. Forget the outside jumpers, Kevin. Stay in there, battle them inside. You're one of the best at doing that, getting offensive rebounds.
Willis will go to the line with 3 2/10 seconds remaining of the half. 10 rebounds, 8 off the offensive glass, along with 13 points for Kevin Willis. Dominique Wilkins, the high man for the Hawks, although he has not shot well, he has 15 points. Purdue, time running down. Jordan from center court. Yes! Yes!
want to have happen. Send this crowd into a frenzy and the Bulls into the locker room with a half-court shot by Michael Jordan.
And that will go down as one of the most spectacular shots of the season. Michael Jordan, time running down just across the midcourt line. And he banks it off glass cleanly through. Put Michael down for 3 points. Put the Bulls down for 56. And at halftime, a 56-49 lead. That, incidentally, will not be worth $1 million for Michael. So at halftime, it's the Bulls 56 and the Hawks 49. Coming up on the Prudential Halftime Report, Bob Costas, Quinn Buckner, Bill Walton of all the scores and highlights, plus an update on the NBA playoff picture right after this message.
Bob Costas in New York. It's halftime in Chicago. The Bulls, courtesy of Jordan's last basket, leading the Hawks 56-49. Coming up, an extended break for your local news, and then we'll bring you highlights and reaction from the Lakers' win over Phoenix. We'll get to that after these messages from your local station. Chicago Stadium, Bulls lead the Hawks by 7. It would have been 4, but for this looks like something out of those Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, McDonald's commercials where they're hitting from the rafters, the rooftops, over bridges and waterways. Yeah, Michael would say to Larry. Out of the backcourt, across the center line, a couple of dribbles up in the air, over the defender, against the glass, nothing but net. And that's what it was, giving him 15 for the half. Quickly to the scoreboard, the Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers 101-91. They take a 2-0 lead in that best of 5. John Starks led the Knicks with 29, and Patrick Ewing had 25. Game 3 is Tuesday night in Indiana. The shocker of this NBA season took place in Phoenix this weekend, where the Lakers beat the Suns again. Let's get right to the highlights. Charles Barkley will welcome Kevin Johnson back to the Phoenix lineup. KJ had 14 points and 16 assists. First quarter scramble for a loose ball, and Barkley will give it to Vlade Divac instead of going around him. A flagrant foul called on Barkley, who somehow found a reason to protest. Dan Marley feeding Richard Dumas here, and Dumas slams it down for 2 of his 18. Barkley and Tom Chambers also had 18. Suns led by as many as 10 in the third, but in the fourth, the Lakers came back with the shot clock winding down. James Worthy hit a 3 that tied it at 80. With under a minute left, the Lakers were up by 2, but what a move by Divac. Winds up being a 3-point play. And the Lakers wind up winning the ball game 86-81 for Phoenix, their lowest point total in any game since December of 1986. After the game, Hannah Storm got reaction from both locker rooms, starting with Randy Fund on the topic of these 2 wins possibly saving his job.
This is a crazy business, and I don't get, I've said all along, I've tried to make that a non-issue. The issue right now is we've got guys playing good basketball. Vlade, Eldon, AC, our veterans, people talked about, sticking with our veterans all year. This is why you stick with guys who have rings on their fingers.
I think we played best defense all this season. I never see we played that hard how we play tonight. And now we are a big advantage. I couldn't believe that before a series that somebody asked me we're gonna beat Phoenix twice. I said no way.
I picked a very bad time to have probably my worst game of the year. But I played as hard as I could. I just didn't play well. The team played hard. We just did not play well enough to win the game. Had to take the good with the bad. Today was just a bad day for me and a bad day for the team.
We're down 0-2, and I know the next question is, are you guys dead? No, we're going to win the series. We're going to win one Tuesday, and the next game's Thursday. We'll win there. Then we'll come back and we'll win the series on Sunday. And everybody will say what a great series it was.
A bold statement. No team has ever lost the first 2 games at home in an opening round series and then come back to win.
I'm with Westfall there. I don't think this is over at all. Phoenix can certainly come back and play as well as the Lakers are playing, and I've never seen Vlade play better. I think it's more the failures of the Phoenix Suns, their failure to fast break, their failure to up the tempo through pressure defense, trapping defense, to get out and running and get shooting from the perimeter.
Well, I think it's a function of what the Lakers are doing. I think you got to give them more credit. I don't think it's over, but what the Lakers have been able to do is keep the tempo down. That's playoff basketball. This is a fairly new team in terms of playoff experience for the Suns. They've got to learn in the playoffs, it is a slow-down game.
Just quickly here, to put this in perspective, if it happens, if the Lakers pull off this upset, it would be the biggest upset in playoff history, any round of the playoffs, in terms of the disparity between the regular season records of the